Now at 5:30, another chapter in our exclusive Coin 6 investigations that we brought you the last 2 nights into the Washington County Auditor.
We've revealed questions about whether John Hutzler misrepresented himself in the voters pamphlet and that he's been the focus of 2 investigations into how he's treated his employees.
Now, Coin 6 investigator Dan Tilkin here with part 3. And Dan, those employees are also accusing Hutzler of not following auditing standards.
These are his 3 current employees, the same ones who accused him of mistreatment. Tonight we examine how they question the product his office is producing.
My name is John Hutzler. I've served as your Washington County Auditor.
As auditor in Washington County, it's John Hutzler's job to evaluate whether county programs are done efficiently and effectively.
We are your eyes and ears in county government, making sure that the county uses your tax dollars in your best interest.
But according to this February 2021 report obtained by Coin 6 through a public records request, the 3 current employees who worked to produce those audits told County Human Resources they are worried that the county's audits do not follow typical auditing standards. Team members reported that they would occasionally point out to the auditor that based on their extensive experience in auditing, they thought their audits should follow standard auditing practices, but they felt their concerns were dismissed by the auditor.
What about this accusation that you're not in compliance with audit standards?
That was not the accusation. The accusation was, or the concern was that I was not doing things in a way that they were accustomed to.
Staff are worried that county audits do not follow typical auditing standards.
And as I said, what their sense of typical auditing standards is what they have been used to doing.
2 of Hutzler's employees worked for the city of Portland, 1 for the state of Oregon before Washington County. The Human Resources investigation did not make any conclusions about the auditing standards, writing, "The standards the employees referred to are not laws, but instead best practice. Any assessment of the validity of staff concerns about meeting professional audit standards goes beyond the scope of this workplace environmental assessment."
I may do audits somewhat differently from the way that they were used to is not a, it's not an HR issue. It's not an issue of intimidation or harassment. It's simply a different process. And, I think when employees take a new job in a new position, they need to be prepared to adjust to new processes.
Okay, here's an example of a standard in the industry is to have an audit peer review at least every 3 years by somebody outside your agency. Hutzler has never had his office peer reviewed in the 12 years he's been Washington County Auditor. He says he had plans for an outside peer review later this year. You can read a long statement he sent me this morning about this at coin.com.
So Dan, the Hutzler's 3 current employees who were concerned about these audit standards, they were then transferred out of his office?
Yes, which we reported earlier this week, and it's important context to remind people, is they were transferred to the supervision of the county attorney. The county says that's because one of them is running against him in the election next month, and they wanted to avoid any conflict of interest. Now, those 3 employees plus 2 prior employees all accused him of mistreatment. And we need to point out that 2 investigations cleared him, but the county also said he needed to change his management style or this is going to be a recurring problem. You can read all 3 of our investigations and the statements from 2 of his employees right now at coin.com.